Hello everyone, especially honorable teachers, respected guardians, avid viewers and my dear lovely students. How are you today? You are most welcome to my live teaching class for Kulna Online School. The students, in last classes we have learned all about suffixes and prefixes. But in this class we are going to learn another very interesting and exciting another grammar lesson. So I think you are ready. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, get it started. Look at the board. First I am writing here two pairs of words. Okay, these students, can you find any difference between these two groups, A and B? Can you find any difference? Perhaps you'll find the difference is Lee. Okay, Lee's difference between these two groups. Okay, all of these are adjective quick. Just repeat after me. Quick, quickly, possible, possibly, happy, happily. Okay? So first my question, what have I added in this group? Simply LOI. Now my second question, why have I added LOI to this word? To make new words. That means to make new words. Now can you tell me if all these are adjective and what are these? Which parts of speech? All of these words. Can you tell me? Adverb. Very good. The students, now can you guess what is our today's topic? Very good. And our today's topic is adverb. Yes, the students, our today's topic, adverb. You'll inform me everything is clear or not. The students, now the students, you will find most of the words in English language, most of the words, nouns and verbs. But all of these words can't fulfill to express our thoughts, feelings, our expressions. That's why we need more new words. For that necessity, we are going to form new words. Okay? So adverb, and adverb, usually adverb, most of the adverbs in English language are derived from adjective by adding LOI. Okay, but big question is, what is adverb? Adverb, I can write here. I can write adverb. It is a word that adds more information. What about time? Repeat after me. Time, place, manner. Time, place, manner, cause. Or time, place, manner, cause, or a degree. To what? To a verb or an adjective. Adjective. Or phrase. Or another adverb. This is the definition of adverb. Okay, read again. A word that adds more information to clarify, to adjust the meaning. Actually, noun and verbs can't make clear all the shade of sense of a sentence. So we need more adverb, and there is adverb, a word that adds more information about time, place, manner, cause, a degree to a verb, an adjective, phrase, or another adverb. Okay. I've written this. So dear students, let's learn this adverb more clearly with some example sentences. Talk about salam. Salam is working hard. Salam is working hard. He's going abroad soon. He came here yesterday. And then he sick yesterday. He sometimes seeks my advice. Okay, repeat after me all of this sentence. Salam is working hard. He is going abroad soon. He came here yesterday, and he sometimes seeks my advice. The students, can you find any adverb in all of these sentences? In the first sentence, hard. In the second sentence, abroad. And he came here yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Next, which one is adverb here in this sentence? Yeah, sentence. Sometimes. Okay. If you make question, how is Salam working? How? This word, hard, will answer the question. This question, hard, how? That means how. Okay. Next, he is going abroad soon. He is going abroad soon. If you make this sentence into question, he is going. Where is going? Where is he going? Easily you can say abroad. Okay. He came here yesterday. You can ask this question with when. When did he come yesterday? When did he come here? This word will answer the question yesterday. Finally, if you ask the question when, how often does he seek my advice? How often? These words sometimes will answer the question. The students in this sentence, how will answer the question of the word how. This is adverb of manner. This is adverb of manner. But if you ask where with where, abroad will answer the question the word where, and this is adverb of place. Place. Be patient, keep watching, you'll find new and exciting things in my class. Okay? So the students, next we see, you came here yesterday. When? Yesterday will answer the question. Yesterday. This is adverb. It refers time. So it is adverb of time. Okay, and in the last sentence, sometimes we'll answer the question how often. It is adverb of frequency. 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 The students, that means we have learned there are four main kinds of adverb: adverb of time, adverbs of place, adverbs of manner, adverbs of frequency. Of course, there are more kinds, but all these are main. But it will take too much time, many hours to cover all of these adverb. Especially I will be talking about adverb of frequency in this class. We're going to learn in this class adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency. Frequency. Yes. Before that, just let me explain how form adverb. Very simple. Soft, just add ly, softly, suffix. To make adverb, just to have added here ly, soft, softly. Another word, probable. Probable. The students, you'll note here le. If you find any words ends in le, just we will take off e and add y to the word. Probably. We have taken off e and add simply y. Okay. But if you see easy, if you see here, easy is an adjective. If you see any adjective ends in consonant and y, just change y into I. y into I, and then add ly. So soft becomes softly, probable becomes probably, and easy has become easily. Got it? Thus we can form new adverbs from adjective. Okay. So these students, now let's learn some adverb of frequency. Very important adverb of frequency. Always, always, never, always, never, sometimes, normally. Keep in mind, try to keep in your mind, because we will practice with all of these adverb of frequency. Always, never, sometimes, normally. Then hardly ever, often, usually, and regularly. Okay? Repeat after me. Always, never, sometimes, normally, hardly ever, often, usually, regularly. All of these adverbs of frequency. Okay? Now, how and when can you use this adverb of frequency? This time I am going to tell you in details with more example the uses of these words. This is very important for you. First of all, can you tell me, do you know how many days are we in a year? A year? How many weeks here? How many weeks? 52 weeks. How many days in a year? You know, 365 or 3 days. Days, 365 or 66 days in a year. 52 weeks in a year and 365 days in a year. Got the point? Now let's talk about David activities in a year. Okay, so may I clean the board? Please write down. Keep in mind, a year means 52 weeks, 365 days. 365 days. So let's talk about David. David has a cup of coffee. Number one, David has a cup of coffee at breakfast. David has a cup of coffee at breakfast. Number two, he goes swimming. He goes Number 3, he goes on holiday. And number 5, he goes fishing. Fishing. Very interesting, this part. Dear students, every morning he has breakfast. That means how many days? 365 days, whole year. He goes swimming 52 days. 52 days. And he goes to cinema 15 days. He goes on holiday 2 times, but he goes fishing 0 times. No time. Not any time. The students, David has a cup of coffee at breakfast 365 days. That means whole year. He goes swimming 50, you know a year has 52 weeks. He goes to cinema only 15 days out of 365 days. He goes on holiday only 2 times a year. And then he goes fishing. Okay? So dear students, now we can write here David always 365 days. As this is 365 days, so we can write always, all the time. Always. Always. Next, he goes swimming 52. That means in every week. That means every week. Every week. Every week. Okay. But he goes cinema 15 days, it means sometimes. Sometimes. He goes on holiday twice a year. 2 times you see here. Twice a year. Twice a year. But he goes fishing 0 times. Not any time. Never. Guess the idea? When and how can you use? When and how can you use? Why will you use adverb of frequency? First, you have to think of the time, repeated action, recurrence. You have to think repeatance. Okay? Then you can use which of the word you will use in your talk, your speech. Okay? The students, let's compare the meaning of those words. Write down quickly. Always think of a year 365 days. Number 1, if your activities out of 0%, you can write never. But if your activities is done 360, that means 100%, it means always. But if it is 5%, it is hardly ever. Hardly ever. If it is 90%, you can write usually. And if it is 10%, it is rarely. If it is 80%, it is normally. It is normally. And if it is 30%, it will be sometimes. sometimes. Sometimes, yes. And if it is 70%, it is often. Just you can guess the idea when you will use this and which one will you use adverb of frequency. There is variation of expression of idea of this adverb of frequency. The students, now another question may arise in your mind that where we will use in a sentence this adverb of frequency. You have learned your adverb of frequency, so now we are going to learn position of adverb of frequency. Position, can you remember the adverb of frequency? Can you tell me which are adverb of frequency? Always, never. Again, read again. Always, never. Sometimes, normally, hardly ever, often, usually, and regularly. Okay. So adverb of frequency, there is specific position of adverb of frequency. Position of adverb of frequency. The students, that means where will you use adverb of frequency in your talk, in your speech, in your close? Okay, so I will tell you there are mainly three positions in a clause for adverb of frequency. How many positions? 3. Okay, number 1, front position. Number 1, front position. Front position. You will use adverb of frequency front position, means before the subject. Let's see in example. Normally I study for about 6 hours a day. Normally I study about 6 hours a day. Normally. It is adverb of frequency. Can you remember? So before the subject, front position, it has taken front position of the sentence. That means it is front position. You can write front position. You can write any adverb of frequency front position. Number 2, mid position. Mid position. Mid position means you can add adverb of frequency after auxiliary verb as a main verb, before main verb, other verb, or between auxiliary and main verb. Okay, the students, so you can see I usually start study by about I usually start my study about 8 a.m. Usually before main verb, but this is in the mid position of a clause. Another sentence, John is always late. The students, after auxiliary verb, John is always late. after auxiliary verb. Mid position means in the middle of a sentence or clause, but it may be before before verb or after verb or between two verb. Okay. Next, another sentence. You must never take exercise after a big meal. Must never take. Must auxiliary verb and take main verb. Between these two verbs, I have used here never. So, the students, so can you tell me what have we learned here? We have learned here where we use adverb of frequency in a clause. So this time, look at this screen. Assessment. If you have learned the position of adverb of frequency, you have to apply your knowledge here. Put the words in brackets in right place in these sentences. Number 1, he goes to school late. Try and tell, try and write. Where will you use often? Front position, mid position, or end position. Okay. I lock the front door when I leave. Always. Again, same goes. Jane and Kate play golf twice a month, and I eat a sandwich for lunch. Our teacher gives us a lot of homework every day. So you have to write. You have to write in the right position, right place in this sentence. Try. He goes to school often. Often, you know, adverb of frequency, you can write here. He often goes to school late. Great. Okay. Next, I lock the front. I always lock the front door when I leave. Jane and Kate play golf twice a month. I usually eat a sandwich for lunch. And finally, our teacher gives us a lot of homework every day. Okay, the students now write up the notes of the homework. Write down, but I'm reading. Put the words in brackets again. Same question. We are at home in the evening rarely. To David and Mary go to cinema 3 times a year. He goes to Thailand for his holidays. Often we see our Australian friends hardly ever. Robin goes swimming twice a week. Okay, you will do this homework and write your comment. The students, so let's recap to sum up. What have we learned in this class? Actually, we have learned what is adverb, what kinds of kinds of adverb. That means classification of adverbs. We have learned the formation of adverbs, position of adverbs, and usage of adverbs. A lot of things we have learned in this class. It is a great class. It is very useful class for you. In later classes, there are actually a lot of adverbs, lot of kinds of adverbs. So I will try and teach you. I will try to teach you I'll try and teach you the all types of adverbs in my next classes. So my dear students, never stop watching my class. And if you watch my class, please leave a comment, drop a like, share my video. Okay? And that's all for today. Thank you very much.